Hello, I am Corey Grant, and I have the honor of being one of the co-chairs with Terry Bedminster for the 25th anniversary of the Reverend John C. Holland Awards. Thank you and welcome to each and every one of you for being here with us today. To our elected officials, past co-chairs, and members of our leadership committee, current board and planning committee members, scholarship and bursary funders, event sponsors, community partners and allies, representatives from our local educational institutions, our general community, we say thank you and welcome. To our nominees, parents, guardians, and supporters, a special welcome to you. Without you, this event would not be possible. Today is all about you and celebrating your outstanding achievements. Normally, we'd be at Liuna, celebrating together. But please, sit back and enjoy this milestone celebration of the 25th anniversary of the Reverend John C. Holland Awards.
Hi, I'm Terry Bedminster, and on behalf of the board of the Hamilton Black History Council, I would like to begin by honoring and acknowledging the Indigenous peoples of all the lands that we are on today. We gather on the traditional territories of the Mississauga and Haudenosaunee nations, and within the lands protected by the Dish with One Spoon, Wampum Belt Covenant. This is an agreement between the Haudenosaunee and Anishinaabe to peacefully and peaceably share and care for the resources around the Great Lakes. While we meet today on a virtual platform, we would like to take a moment and pause to acknowledge the importance of the lands which we each call home. We do this to reaffirm our own commitment and responsibility in improving relationships and improving our own understanding of local Indigenous peoples and cultures. From coast to coast to coast, we acknowledge the ancestral and unceded territory of all the Inuit, Métis, and First Nations people who call this land home. Recently, a discovery was made in Kamloops, BC, which reminds each of us of the painful history Indigenous brothers and sisters and their ancestors have endured. This discovery may seem new to some. However, the truths and horrors of Canada's residential school system have been known to Indigenous peoples and their allies from a long time, since the first school opened in the early 1800s. We recognize there are souls among us, suffering the systemic legacy of targeted, sustained, and deliberate efforts to destroy precious spirits. Our community understands this very well. The fact that governments, institutions, religious organizations, and individuals chose children as their targets amplifies the importance of revealing the truth and demanding accountability. After all, we are gathered here today to celebrate the promise and achievements of children and youth in our own community. And so we ask you to pause and join us in a moment of reflection to acknowledge the harms of the past and present. In this moment, please consider how each of us may, in our own way, work sincerely and without exercise to move forward in a spirit of reconciliation, collaboration, and overall love for each other. Thank you.
Yes. Welcome to the 25th anniversary of the John C. Holland Awards. I am your MC for tonight. My name is Lucky Sticks, and it's such a pleasure, it's such a joy, it's such an honor to be with you once again. I hope that you all are ready for another night of Black excellence, celebrating Black excellence in the community and in our young people. If you are ready to celebrate tonight, we have a great program lined up for you. I want you to be interactive though. This is gonna be an evening where, I hope that you're all dressed up. You see me? I have my bow tie on, I have my whole thing going, I'm all ready. I'm ready to go. So I hope that you're dressed up at home. I know you're probably saying, oh no, we're not gonna get to see what shoes Lucky is wearing this year. If y'all been to some of the other John C. Holland Awards, you know that I always try and come with some crazy shoe game. But this year, you know what? We're just keeping it top. Hey, cameraman, make sure that you keep it up, eh? Don't show anything below the waist. We're gonna have fun. It's been a long year. It's been a long trying year, but tonight is a night to celebrate. We've got so much in store for you. I hope that you're ready. I want you to make sure that you stay for the dance party at the end of the evening. That's gonna be super lit. And we also have a special award, so that means nominees don't sign off early, because we have the John C. Holland 25th anniversary $2,500 scholarship that will be presented at the end of this program, so stay tuned for that. It's a 25th anniversary celebration. Huge. So, we have a few housekeeping rules. Wait a second, you're at your yard, you're at your house, so there's no housekeeping rules. Just sit back, relax, go grab a drink from the fridge. I hope you guys have some dinner, some food ready to go. We're gonna have a magnificent time, so much to celebrate, so many people to recognize. I am excited. I hope you're excited. If you're excited, we're gonna use the chat section, and I want you to put right now, I'm excited, with 3 exclamation marks. Come on, let me see it. Let me see it in the chats. Let me see it in the chat section. Okay, I see it rolling in. I'm excited. I hope that you are as well. And listen, we have a hashtag of the evening. We want you to hashtag on all your social media platforms, whatever you're using, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever it is that you're using. We want you to hashtag JCHA25. All right? Let me tell you that again. It's hashtag JCHA25. So on all your social medias, let's get that trending for this evening. That's going to be the official 25th anniversary Reverend John C. Holland hashtag, okay? So make sure that you put that on all of your social media stuff that you tag from this evening. Now, without further ado, I have the honor to introduce to you the 25th Reverend John C. Holland Awards documentary. Sit back, relax, let's go.
John C. Holland Awards came about via the Hamilton Black History Committee. It was the Hamilton sesquicentennial celebrations, which would have been in 1996.
We recognized that there were no Black community members around the table, and myself and Marlene Thomas Osborne raised issues which was covered in the Hamilton Spectator, and then we were invited to join the Sesquicentennial Committee to share our perspectives. We attended that meeting and articulated the importance of celebrating Hamilton's Black community contribution over the past 150 years, and out of that came the John Holland Awards.
John Johnson, actually, the credit should go to him, who thought of the John C. Holland Awards, because he said he would have asked the people of Stuart Memorial, the family, if we could use him as the name for the event.
I've heard my great-grandfather was very, he had a fair amount of pride. He was hardworking, he was committed, a leader in the community. Integrity, honesty, just being a good person. I mean, the things I've heard, the church, for example, and the rectory next to the church was the place where people went, and that's where people gathered, and that's where youth would go. And, it was that sort of focal point for the Black community in Hamilton at the time. They went there because it was a place where they could feel comfortable, they could be around people, the people that were part of their community.
Many people got involved. The very first people who offered was Mount Olive Lodge.
Yes, Mount Olive Lodge was one of the original supporters of John Holland Award when it came up. And one of our past pastors, in fact, was a treasurer. His name was Vince Morgan. We were very much interested in supporting by giving a scholarship in honor of one of our members, Raymond G. Lewis. And we looked up to him for several reasons. He was a medal winner in the 1922 Commonwealth Games in Hamilton. He was also an Olympian. He was also a member of the Order of Canada. So a person that young people need to aspire to.
With the award comes a certain onus that they've achieved a certain goal and it's being recognized, and now it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there. If you look at the recipients of John C. Holland, where they went after, Matt's an example. There's probably tons of examples of numerous recipients that went on and took on that leadership role and recognized the responsibility that goes along with that.
I think one of the beautiful things about the J.C. Holland Awards as an annual event is it always brings me back to my return to Hamilton, my homecoming. And like many young people growing up, I went as far away from this city as I possibly could. I didn't see the opportunities. Maybe I didn't necessarily feel the community support. But when I returned, being nominated for a J.C. Holland Award as a young person, for me, signified the understanding that you can't claim a community claims you. And what it did in that moment was reconnect me with the African Canadian diaspora in Hamilton. It just reminded me that, receiving the award was one thing, but I actually had a responsibility to share this beautiful experience with other people and ensure that the legacies of this award and the community that had brought it to that point were continuing to be honored, and that the next cohorts and the next generations would continue to have the same opportunities that I had.
So getting this award, even from the second that I entered the ceremony last year, I really remember just feeling so welcomed, and being able to see other students that were also contributing and displaying Black excellence really made me feel like, you're supported and you have a community to continue doing the work that you're doing. At the award ceremony last year, I just really remember the MC really was adamant about when you're entering the ceremony, really take the time to celebrate you and enjoy the spotlight and enjoy your achievements. I think that oftentimes, especially as a Black woman, I'm really humble, and I really like to just kind of do the work in the background and not really be loud and proud about my achievements. So not even just the award, but also the ceremony and just that feeling of community and that feeling of support made me feel you're doing great, and be proud about it, and be proud of your achievements. And so moving forward, as I do my Master's of Public Health at Yale, I was kind of nervous, but just knowing that you have that kind of support in your community really makes you feel like you're gonna go out there and kill it, and you don't need to hold anything back to really make that impact.
Receiving this award gave me the stamp of approval coming out of high school. It gave me a push to say, continue on, what are you going to do next? Those types of boosts at an early age meant that I had something to live up to. From watching the legacy of those that came before me in the last 25 years, I had to hit that mark. I had to reach up to the bar that they set. And a lot of times the bar that's set there for a reason for you to move on and push it forward to those that come after you. So my goal, in a lot of the same vein of the past recipients, is to provide human rights and bolster those that are in need. The fact that the award exists, it should be the important part. Whether you win or don't win this year, it should still be the standard for which you want to reach. Those that are applying for this award but don't necessarily win it this year, I hope that you continue to strive for your greatness. I grew up with the old adage, less than your best, you should not give. Better than your best, you cannot give. So the standard for which you should progress is only the best you can provide. And after that, you should be confident in what you have put forward, and then continue to strive for excellence in whatever capacity.
I'm most proud about Black excellence and the opportunity to not just showcase Black excellence, but celebrate Black excellence and honor the legacies of all the pioneers and trailblazers that have come before us. So it's always such an inspiring night, just sitting there listening to all the amazing things that everybody's doing. It's also very important for me, particularly as a parent, but also as a Black woman, to continue our heritage and to empower our youth. So we can do that through education. And that is why these awards are so important, because it provides scholarships for youth to go on to university. And it's really, really important, because when you educate the youth and you educate children, you've given them a priceless gift.
When I think back on my own history, I grew up in Port of Spain in a working class neighborhood, and it is thanks to awards that I am where I am here today. So scholarships are really, and awards are really important for opening doors, because in my case, these are opportunities I would not have been able to avail myself out of. My family didn't have the financial resources to pay for my private schooling at St. Mary's College, or for me to pay for my schooling, university schooling, at the university in France. So I know from experience, therefore, the importance of awards as recognizing skills and potential that can be developed, and the awards are part of that process of developing that potential. I think that it's really important for us as educators and as human beings to understand that every person is valuable. Every person has something to bring, has skills, has potentialities. And we need to help each other to bring out all of those potentialities.
So the John C. Holland Award has a potential to be a unifying force in our community, because it brings young people, especially from all parts of the diaspora, from the motherland, the continent of Africa, the Caribbean, those who are born here, and really acknowledges and celebrates all our youth in all their diversities and identities in the Black community. So certainly has a potential to be a unifying force, and to be to work collaboratively with the existing Black organizations, so that we can have a strong presence not only during Black History Month, but certainly across throughout the 365 days a year. How do we bring this material into schools, for example, be as strong resources to educational sectors, for example, working closely with school boards, organizing programs that amplify and supports Black voices, as well as the rich history of the Black community, really telling the untold stories, the stories that have been hidden for too long. I think the John C. Holland Award, certainly with its leadership and the direction it's going with, bringing more young people together. They're very sophisticated, they know technology, they know how to use that material or the new technology, as I was saying earlier, the democratization of the media, using that as a way to certainly take the message beyond Hamilton, beyond the GTA, but certainly a global message. So I'm really excited about the possibilities for this award, this event, and the group of people around the table to really drive excellence and become a center of excellence around building and supporting Blackness.
As members of the leadership team for the last 3 years, we have been very intentional about building and supporting Black excellence. And we do this in a variety of ways by centering our youth and involving them in our daily planning and direction. This brings a level of much needed energy, especially as a volunteer-run organization. And we know that youth and young people offer valuable perspectives. With their capacities and all the gifts that they bring to the table, help to advance work in innovative and engaging ways. As a council, we are equally pleased with our work in honoring those who have been instrumental in laying the foundation that we are building on today. We have strengthened and rekindled past relationships and developed new ones because we understand the importance of nurturing healthy relationships to contribute to overall collective impact.
In 25 years, we would hope by then we would have laid and built a foundation that can easily be transferred to our next generation. This isn't something that is just said, it is something that is practiced. It is intentional and a strategic act of succession. This is nurtured through our everyday involvement and connections with the communities, especially our youth. It is how we listen to the issues faced by our youth, but it is also how we respond and develop within our youth to be their own voices. 25 years from now, we see ourselves as a hub for supporting Black youth and their families, using education as a tool to advance their overall well-being while continuing to promote, celebrate, and honor the history of people of African descent. We will find ways to create and demand equitable and inclusive opportunities with our educational institutions that foster excellence in our youth. That is our commitment to you, our youth.
What better time than to thank everyone? We want to thank our co-founders of this work, the current board and the planning committees, past chairs, past co-chairs, members of the leadership teams over the years, the sponsors, scholarship donors, community donors, educational institutions. But most importantly, we want to thank our nominees and recipients and to their families and supporters who nurture the excellence that we now celebrate. We really want to say thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, that was amazing. What a journey. What a legacy. 25 years of the Reverend John C. Holland Awards in our community. That was phenomenal. If you really enjoyed that, make sure you put in the comment section. Let me see in the chat section, hashtag JCHA25. Make sure that you run that up. Like I said, run up that hashtag. Make it trend tonight. Now it's time to introduce a special performance of the evening. We have Michelle, who is a 25-year-old vocalist and growing songwriter. She has a passion for gospel music, having grown up in the church, but also has a love for contemporary, jazz, blues, and classical. She's been featured on CP24, as well as singing in a Pepsi ad. Michelle is a lead singer at the DNA Project and a background vocalist for Made Records. Michelle's love for music shows in every note she sings. I present to you, Michelle Buckle.
There's an old friend that I once heard say something that touched my heart, and it began there on the other side. It's been a long time coming, but I know my change gon' come. Oh, yes it
Michelle Buckle, y'all. Thank you so much for that beautiful, amazing rendition of A Change Gonna Come. That's one of my favorite songs personally. If you really enjoyed that, I want to see in the chat section. Like I said, we're engaging tonight. Put in the chat section, change is gonna come. Change is gonna come. I know it's long, but it's all right. Put it in there anyways. That was amazing. You know what I love about, you know, when we do stuff in our community, when we do things, we don't just do the bare minimum. We go above and beyond. She was singing. She was just singing. She was singing. When she said, "I was born by the river," I was like, wow, okay, you know, natural birth. Then she said, "In a little tent," and I was like, oh, okay, camping birth. Jokes aside, that was amazing. Thank you so much, Michelle. Thank you for your gift and thank you for contributing to tonight. Next up, we have Jameel Miller. Jameel is a writer, editor, and student and teacher of movement in Hamilton, Anishinaabemowaki, Abiwaki, Attawandarock Neutral, Haudenosaunee, Mississauga, and Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation land. Jameel's identity and culture play a central role in how she expresses herself and guides her to consistently reflect on the spaces she takes up. She relies on the expression through words, movement, and creativity to sustain her capacity and connection for community work. I introduce to you Jameel Miller.
Hello everyone, my name is Jameel Miller. I use she, her pronouns. And I just want to start off by expressing just my sincere gratitude for the opportunity to share here today with you all. Thank you to the John C. Holland Awards for this consideration and giving me the space to be in community in this way. I'm really grateful and humbled. And also wanted to, of course, congratulate all of the scholarship recipients tonight. And so in reflection, or in light of being asked to do this, of course, the next question that you ask yourself in preparing for something like this is, okay, well, what am I gonna talk about? And as a writer, as a creative, as somebody who has only in the last few years of my life even claimed those identity markers, I guess, I wanted to talk about intuition and trust of said intuition and how I look at it and connecting it to my ancestral wisdom, teachings from learning from my elders, learning from community, and also learning from historical figures and people in, you know, authors and different folks like that. And so when it comes to intuition, for me and how I view it, I really do look at it as a trust, not only in self, but a trust of ancestral wisdom, a trust of people who came before us, a trust that I have stories to share and to tell that are, you know, can't be wavered because it is rooted in those things. And so with all of that being said, I curated a piece that I've called The Panel. And essentially what I've done is just connected quotes by different Black women authors, artists, and activists, and all people that I look to for inspiration, for foundation, for what I come up with creatively. And I've connected them almost as if they're in conversation with one another, as if they flow together. And as I read it, I think it might make more sense, hopefully, but essentially what I'm trying to express here is that our intuition is rooted in those that came before us and those who have shared and have done work for our communities, for expressing truth in our communities, for Black people. And so, yeah, I think what I'll go ahead now and read it. And hopefully at that point, what I hope the gift is to everybody here today is connecting to your intuitive gifts yourself by seeing these quotes expressed in this way as an invitation to explore your own connection to it. Because that's sort of what I did here by connecting them in sort of like this panel of conversation. All right, so I'll go ahead and read it. That'll be my time once I've finished reading it. So again, so grateful and humbled to be here, and congratulations to everyone, all of the scholarship recipients again. Okay. I am no longer accepting the things I cannot change. I am changing the things I cannot accept. Angela Davis. Because I know that all that you touch, you change. All that you change, changes you. The only lasting truth is change. Octavia E. Butler. And this change won't be easy, but we must seek our stories to keep us grounded through it all. Nobody is going to teach you your true history, teach you your true heroes, if they know that that knowledge will help set you free. Asata Shakur. We must know that freeing ourselves is one thing, but claiming ownership of the freed self is another. Toni Morrison. Taking ownership of our gifts, our truths, and letting them bloom wherever they land, because there is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside you. Maya Angelou. There is no greater disservice than burying an untold story inside of you. And to share the truth is to be living in your duty. To know your history and to make it is our duty. We know that history isn't something you look back at and say it was inevitable. It happens because people make decisions that are sometimes very impulsive and of the moment. But those moments are cumulative realities. Marcia P. Johnson. So as far as I'm concerned, my duty is to reflect the times. As far as I'm concerned, it's your choice, but I choose to reflect the times. That, to me, is my duty. And at this crucial time in our lives, when everything is so desperate, when every day is a matter of survival, I don't think you can help but be involved. We will shape and mold this country, or it will not be molded and shaped at all. So I don't think you have a choice. How can you be an artist? How can you be alive and not reflect the times? Nina Simone. And even if you don't understand your duty yet, I promise that you have a role to play. We all do, through sharing with strength and vulnerability, knowing that we are a strong people that don't need strong leaders. Strong people don't need strong leaders. Ella Baker. We just need each other. We need and we have each other. Thank you so much.
Wow, what a powerful message. Thank you so much, Jameel, for those words. Now, I would like to ask all of the nominees to turn on your cameras because this is now your moment. Here are the 25th anniversary Reverend John C. Holland Award nominees for 2021. right, y'all. Didn't they all look so amazing? I'm super excited. I know that you at home are excited right now. Here is the moment that we've all been waiting for, one of the most exciting moments of the evening. It's time to present the winners of tonight's Reverend John C. Holland Awards. Here we go. First up,
the Athilda Tilly Johnson Business Entrepreneurship Bursary Award is awarded to an individual who's pursuing studies in business and or whose goals are to become an entrepreneur. This award is sponsored by Myrie Duwai Soa.
And the winner is, everybody drum roll at home, Shayla Rodney.
Shayla Rodney has demonstrated immense academic achievement and community service, logging over 300 hours of community service since high school. Shayla has volunteered to help prepare and serve meals for her community, promoted various health initiatives, and acts as a peer leader. She was selected to attend the YWCA Peace Medal Breakfast and has been awarded for her academic success by the Dean's Honor List at McMaster University and through the Victoria International Church Education Scholarship. Shayla started her business, Pink Papillion Co., selling necklaces and other small gifts, and is eager to continue building her business.
Hi, my name is Shayla Rodney. I just finished my first year at McMaster University, and it would mean a lot to win an award because it would allow me to put funds towards my education, which is extremely important to me. This year, I excelled in my academics and I made it on the Dean's Honor List. And through trying to maintain high grades, I also started my own business, which has allowed me to be an active member of my community, which I dearly appreciate. I've been able to network with others, and I've been able to help others who have started their business ground up just like I did, to give them tips, advice, and honestly just be a mentor for them and help them when needed.
The Hamilton Steelworkers Area Council Community Matters Scholarship is granted to an individual who best exemplifies the spirit of community matters through volunteerism with agencies or groups dealing with those most in need in our community. This award is sponsored by Hamilton Steelworkers Area Council.
And the winner is Aaron Perry.
Aaron Perry has a strong record of community service and leadership in Hamilton. His community involvement enables him to ensure that the Black community members and students specifically feel represented and connected to their community. He has embodied this through his support of Black student clubs at McMaster and community organizations, using his position to advocate for community-centered programming and stricter anti-racism policy. Aaron has served as an executive team member on the McMaster Black Students Association and has volunteered as a Black student mentor this past year, assisting with connecting first-year mentees to the community. Aaron has made strides to create equitable spaces for the Black community and has worked on the McMaster Athletics Review Task Force to identify anti-Black racism within the Athletics and Recreation Department. Aaron is the recipient of the Minerva Scholarship from the Black Business and Professional Association 2019, the Dean's Honor List 2020, and the Chancellor Gold Medal nominee for 2021.
Hi everyone. To me, winning a John C. Holland Award is an extremely great honor, which makes me feel that I am on the same ground as fellow award winners of the John C. Holland Awards who have done amazing work for their communities, especially during the past year, because we all know that it's been extremely tough on our community as well as the global community. And I think it's also a testament to all of our hard work, but not only our hard work, the hard work of our families, our teachers, our mentors, fellow community organizers and leaders who inspire us every day and help us achieve what we're trying to achieve, and the dedication and love that our ancestors passed on to us to allow us to be part of our community and to do this work today. So thank you for having me, and I wish all the love, praise, and respect to everyone here today.
The Lincoln Alexander Breaking Down Barriers Scholarship is awarded to an individual who has demonstrated leadership on issues related to breaking down systemic barriers. This award is sponsored by Bixma Law.
And the winner is Shaq Yumbi.
Shaq is very passionate about addressing gaps in the Canadian healthcare system and diminishing barriers for racialized youth in the Black community. In response to the COVID-19 pandemic, Shaq has worked with collaborators as the Black COVID Resilience Research Assistant to deliver mass awareness campaigns focused on rebuilding trust between the local Black community and public health experts. Shaq has improved accessibilities for Black students interested in the elite health science program at McMaster by creating, implementing, and advocating for equitable admissions for Black applicants. Shaq continues to break barriers as he volunteers as a tutor for Empowerment Squared, services the Black Student Athletic Council, and leads Black aspiring physicians of McMaster as the president of the 2021 to 2022 academic school year. Shaq continues to excel academically, as an activist, and as an athlete, receiving the U Sports Academic All-Canadian 2019, 2020, and the All-Rookie 2018 awards. Shaq was also the Wilson Leadership Award finalist, showing his potential for leadership.
Growing up, my elders always told me, Shaq, do not seek for validation via external sources. And in most cases, that holds true, but there's a couple of exceptions. And one exception, in my opinion, is Black youth aspiring to go to university and enter fields where Black professionals are underrepresented. That path can be very lonely, very hard, and it's very easy to quit. And as one of my favorite motivational speakers of all time, Mr. Inky Johnson, once said, if the reasons why you're doing something is solely based on you, quitting will be easy. However, if it's not just based on you, and it's based on repaying people that have invested in you, quitting will be way harder. And the Reverend John C. Holland Award has been investing in the future Black Hamiltonian leaders since 1996, setting a community of support, letting students know that they're not alone, that it's possible, and that every generation will work to make sure that the additional accessibility barriers that Black students face will come down slowly and slowly. And for that reason, this award is so prestigious to me and means the world.
It is my honor and privilege to congratulate the John C. Holland Awards on the 25th anniversary of acknowledging and celebrating the tremendous accomplishments of Black youth from across Hamilton. Since that first occasion in 1996, the John C. Holland Awards have served a vital and significant role in the recognition of the academic achievements of the Black community right here in Hamilton. You've recognized future leaders for 25 years now. You've been celebrating over all these years the rich contributions of the Black community to the social and economic cultural life of our city. We've been living through difficult times the last 15 months, but there is no difficulty or challenge that we cannot face and overcome working together. Thank you to all of you for your contribution to keeping the spirit of John C. Holland very much alive over the past 25 years.
The Nelson Mandela Social Justice Scholarship is given to an individual who demonstrated leadership on issues related to social justice. This scholarship is sponsored by Gowling WLG.
And the winner is Leah Daniel.
Leah is very passionate about education and providing equitable opportunities for individuals interested in STEM. Often the only Black person within STEM environments, she decided to join the Future Black Medical Professionals group online for Black youth interested in STEM. Taking action, she collaborated with her peers to write a piece titled, A Secondary School's Role in Systemic Racism, which will be published in her school's yearbook. She is driven to take up mentorship roles and advocate for Black youth interested in STEM. She has already demonstrated her interest in supporting youth by volunteering for Janus Skills for Success, joining the diversity community at St. Thomas More, and acting as a prefect. She was top 10 honor roll recipients for 2019 to 2020 and received the Youth Appreciation Award for her community service, as well as the Distinction Award to the University of Waterloo Math Contest in 2019. Leah will be attending McMaster University in 2021 to the Integrated Biomedical Engineering and Health Sciences program, where she will continue to fight equity in STEM.
Hi, I'm Leah, and I applied for the Lincoln Alexander Breaking Down Barriers Scholarship. Like many other people, COVID-19 has taken a lot from me this year, like extracurricular activities, my entire senior year, and most likely my graduation. However, the one thing COVID didn't take from me is community. I consider myself to be breaking down barriers every time I walk into work at St. Joe's, when I write articles or run the social media of my school's diversity committee with a friend, or when I host events with my team at BMed, Future Black Medical Professionals. All of it contributes to overcoming systemic inequalities. However, I couldn't have overcome any barriers in the past or the ones I may face in the future without community. I believe I represent the HBHC pillar of connection. That's why I joined Jana Skills for Success and BMed, and why I will continue to uplift and empower other people going through the same challenges as me, feeling underrepresented and likely some imposter syndrome. Financially, I will be attending the iBiomed program at McMaster in the fall. It's my dream program, but it's also a 5-year program that is very expensive, so the scholarship would help alleviate some of that burden. Thank you for watching.
The Marlene A.S. Thomas Community Advocacy Scholarship is given to an individual who has demonstrated considerable impact in areas of community advocacy. This award is sponsored by the Hamilton Black History Council.
And the winner is Abigail Montego.
Abigail is a dedicated student, athlete, and community member, dedicating much of her time to supporting the Black community. In response to the COVID-19 pandemic, Abigail hosted the contactless food drive for Jana Skills for Success and donated goods to St. Matthew's House. She also takes up space as a community advocate through her platform, Black-Owned Ham On, whose mission is to celebrate, showcase, and explore Black-owned businesses within her community. Additionally, she hosted a 5-week virtual movie club to facilitate discussions on race and oppression with youth. As the Student Council President, an honorable recipient, and a nominee of the YWCA Women of Distinction Awards, Abigail is highly ambitious and generous to her community service. She hopes to continue to make a difference in her community and educate herself as well as others on social injustices.
Hello, my name is Abby Montague, and over the past 25 years, the Hamilton Black History Council and the Reverend John C. Holland Awards has been giving back to our community. During those 25 years, I've watched the impact this award has made on its recipients, as both my sisters and many family friends have been honored to receive an award. Over the last little while, I've learned the importance of volunteerism and community advocacy. As co-founder of Black-Owned Ham On and Jana Skills for Success, I've been able to put my passion for giving back to the community into action. Winning an award would be an honor to be recognized by my community. This scholarship will contribute to my lifelong dream of becoming a healthcare professional as a physio and athletic therapist. Throughout my time at university and beyond, I will continue to give back to my Hamilton community, and I hope to make an impact in the new one I live in. I would be honored to receive an award in this empowering space where the JCHA has shown its dedication to education through celebrating Black youth in our community and helping us to foster lifelong connections.
The Raymond G. Lewis Sports Leadership Scholarship is given to an individual who has accomplished significant achievements in sports leadership. This scholarship is sponsored by Mount Olive Lodge.
And the winner is Kaylin Gibson.
Kaylin is an accomplished volleyball player with an impressive record of awards and athletic success. Kaylin received a silver medal as the starting libero for the Trinidad and Tobago women's national volleyball team in 2019 Kazova Girls Championship in Martinique. She was a Volleyball City Championship finalist for St. Thomas More in 2020 and completed the Mountain Volleyball Coaching Certification Program. In addition to her athletic dominance, Kaylin actively serves her community as a member of the St. Thomas More Diversity Committee, a chairperson for Jana Skills for Success, and a prefect at St. Thomas More. Eager to continue playing volleyball post-COVID, Kaylin is dedicated to serve her community and empower others.
Hello, my name is Kaylin and I'm applying for the Raymond G. Lewis Sports Leadership Scholarship. What winning an award means to me is a responsibility as much as it is an accomplishment. I best understood an award was a responsibility when I was playing as a senior for my club, and it was the first time we had won a gold medal all season. We were really excited because we definitely earned it. However, what I was focused on next was how we could get our juniors to experience the same feeling. I feel a strong sense of responsibility when I reach a new milestone to share all my knowledge on that matter to ensure that we can all reach the same peak. Like the saying goes, success means nothing when you have no one to share it with. The win would have meant so much more if my entire club was winning rather than just my team. In closing, awards are a great way to measure how far you've come and reinforce that the path you're on is a positive one. In addition, you become a role model, and it is your job to ensure that the next generation and your peers can achieve the same success that you have.
Hello, everyone. What a pleasure for me to be here with you again tonight, even if it is virtual. I'm honored to join you to celebrate the contributions of the Black community leaders to the success and prosperity of Hamilton, our ambitious city. I spent 20 years as a high school chaplain, where I quickly learned the importance of education and empowerment. I was constantly amazed by our city's diverse, talented youth. Whenever they were empowered to have a voice, their gifts started changing the world for the better. I am always impressed by the dynamism of Hamilton's Black community. From the pioneering example of Lincoln Alexander, I have watched the community take a successful path towards today's widespread excellence in every area of achievement: academic, research, teaching, social enterprise, and non-governmental organizations. We are at a turning point in Hamilton. We have welcomed many Black immigrants from Africa, the Caribbean, North and South America. I have participated in many cultural events during my last 6 years as MP, Deputy Whip, and Minister. I can say that some of the warmest and most welcoming have been those hosted by Hamilton's several Black cultural and linguistic organizations. I wish all of the John C. Holland Award winners tonight my best. Your work is helping to make Hamilton a better city. We are grateful for that. Have a wonderful evening, and congratulations to all the nominees and winners of this year's awards. You are amazing people, and I feel lucky that you are a part of our city. Thank you very much.
The Reverend George Horton Law Enforcement Scholarship is given to an individual who has shown interest in the work of law enforcement or religious/cultural studies. This scholarship is sponsored by the Hamilton Community News.
And the winner is Happy Hapti.
Happy is an extremely hardworking individual and has set a high standard of excellence when it comes to her academics and community service. She has greatly contributed to initiatives at Cathedral High School and the Baptist Community Church, volunteering her time as a caregiver and cook. Happy has demonstrated academic achievement as an honor roll student and her athletic achievements as the Rookie of the Year on the junior girls soccer team. Happy is eager to pursue a career in law enforcement and to continue serving her community through volunteerism.
Such a great opportunity for the Black youth to be involved in. Winning this would mean the world to me because I've come such a long way from being this small, shy girl in grade 9 to just now becoming just this eager, more determined person to achieve my goals. Throughout high school, I've met the most greatest people, and they've encouraged me and they've inspired me to become the person I am today. Winning this would definitely release a big weight off my shoulders, and I guarantee you that you won't regret making this decision because I will continue to work hard and prove others wrong, and I would also want to encourage others, just keep going and just don't stop, and remind yourself why you're doing this, and don't be afraid of failure because without failure there would be no success.
The Tune In Bursary is given to an individual who is pursuing studies in music or the arts, or who has used their talents to ignite creativity in others. This bursary is sponsored by Tune In Foundation.
And the winner is Benjamin Faulkner.
Benjamin is dedicated to his advancement through performing arts and his academic achievement. Benjamin has received the War Amps Academic Bursary, Drayton Festival Performing Scholarship, and was the recipient of the Cindy Reese Memorial Award given in recognition of outstanding achievement in technical or performing arts. Throughout the pandemic, Benjamin has taken up songwriting and is eager to release his material publicly by fall 2021. Benjamin contributes to his creative community and continues to be recognized as a performing artist.
Hello, my name is Benjamin Faulkner, and this is my video on what it means to win an award. I feel like, specifically because this organization was created to celebrate Black excellence and to celebrate people within the community who represent that and give such great love and respect to what it means to be a Black person within society and within the world as a whole. I feel like winning an award from this organization would mean a lot to me, just especially from the background that I come from and the life that I've lived, that feeling of, yes, I've contributed something to the Black community would just mean a lot to me.
We would like to take a quick moment to share words from our sponsors. Jamie, take it away.
My name is Jamie Martin, District Vice President for TD Branch Banking, covering the Greater Hamilton market. TD was first officially a sponsor of the Reverend John C. Holland Awards in 2014. The Hamilton Black History Council has had a long-standing relationship with TD, and volunteers from our branches have been active in the events tasks such as presenting awards and welcoming guests and dignitaries. The intersections of race, gender, and sexuality compound to form the lived experiences of many TD colleagues and customers. As such, TD is committed to a culture of inclusion in which the realities of intersectional identities are at the forefront of all of our priorities. We aim to drive awareness of and participation in Black History Month and year-round initiatives in support of the Black communities across the markets in which we serve. Our employee engagement strategy promotes purposeful opportunities for TD colleagues to participate in their own communities. At TD, we have made a commitment to help open doors for a more inclusive and sustainable tomorrow. The TD Ready commitment brings to life our global corporate citizenship strategy. One of our goals is to increase access to all of the opportunities that people need to improve their financial security by supporting initiatives that increase children's access to programs, again, that bridge the learning and graduation gap and contribute to more equitable outcomes. It's always so important that we give back and participate in our community, and we value the role the Hamilton Black History Council plays, contributing to youth education, celebrating excellence within the African Canadian community, and here in Hamilton. At TD, we continue to seek out better ways to support the Black customers, colleagues, and communities that we serve today and into the future. Over the last year, we've invested more time than ever before in the dialogue with community and industry leaders from Black-led, Black-owned, and Black-focused organizations, while always centering the voices of Black TD colleagues. We are continuing to embed the lessons learned into our institution, driving change and creating a better bank as we move forward. On behalf of TD, I thank you for supporting our collective learning journey with your presence today.
The Evelyn Myrie Political Action Bursary is given to an individual who has shown outstanding leadership in political action within the community. This award is sponsored by MP Matthew Green.
And the winner is Oyen Adarabigbe.
Oyen is the president and founder of the Hillfield Strathland College Black Students Association. In this capacity, she enacted anti-racism training and ran weekly meetings. Oyen also mentored students aiming to start the Asian Students Association and was instrumental in the formation of Inclusivity, Diversity, and Equity Alliance. Oyen also invited Ndaba Mandela, grandson of Nelson Mandela, to share lessons from his grandfather in collaboration with Empowerment Squared in the event hosted to 1,000 people plus. In addition, Oyen was the academic director, committee chair, marketing assistant, and director of operations at Model City Hall, where she created delegate training, moderated community panels, liaised with political leaders, developed posting and social media schedules, and oversaw organizational affairs. Oyen has received many awards and recognitions, including Hamilton Public Library and Hamilton Arts and Letters Magazine Short Work Prize from the Rotary Club of Hamilton, the M.G. DeGroote Cedar Award, and the YWCA Hamilton Women of Distinction nominee. Oyen is committed to representing the underrepresented and vulnerable communities that are often overlooked through her community service.
Hello, my name is Oyen Bigbe, and I'm a 12th grade student living in Hamilton, Ontario. To me, receiving a John C. Holland Award would support me in the pursuit of my dreams. It would give me the chance to give back to others in the community while knowing that there is support for the work that I do. Receiving this award would help me to continue making spaces more equitable for Black people and other people of color across the world in all spheres by utilizing new and innovative methods. It would continuously encourage me to strive to build genuine connections with others, promote education wherever I go, and empower those around me while celebrating my background as a Nigerian Canadian woman. Thank you.
The Girls Rock Scholarship is given to a young woman who's pursuing studies in a field that closely aligns to advancing women's issues. This award is sponsored by the YWCA Hamilton.
And the winner is Aisha Ahmed.
Aisha has been an outstanding role model in the community for young girls, acting as a mentor and a leader. Volunteering over 300 hours as a leader in training for the Eva Rothwell Center camps for 2 years allowed her to support staff and engage with youth. Aisha has also volunteered at the 541 Eatery and Exchange and the United Way Holton and Hamilton. Aisha was an honorable recipient and completed the SHSM in Health and Wellness. In addition, she received the 2020 School to Work Transition Award for exemplary achievement in the OYAP program. Aisha is currently enrolled in the Child and Youth Program at Mohawk College and is excited to continue with her education.
Hi, my name is Aisha Ahmed. I'm 18 years old and I'll be starting the CYC program at Mohawk College in September. This award means a lot to me because growing up, I was able to be put in these programs like Boys and Girls Club, Girls Empowerment, daycare, after school care, and camp. Coming from a single parent home, my mom was able to show me the different opportunities I'm able to have. Since I was about 15, I've really liked working around kids, being around kids, helping them learn. I got all these qualities and personalities from all the programs that I've been in when I was a kid. And I decided at a young age I really wanted to work with kids. So I started volunteering, working at camps, and started doing stuff around the community. By doing this, I'm able to start my CYC program in September. I feel like the thing that helped me the most was that the girls empowerment programs that I did from Boys and Girls Club. It taught me anything is possible if you put your mind to it. And I would like to help other people that are in the same situation as me or worse, and to give back what they gave me.
Hello everyone. On behalf of your official opposition NDP and as MPP for Hamilton Centre, I am so proud to bring greetings, share my congratulations with the award recipients and nominees, and also congratulate everyone at the John C. Holland Awards on your 25th anniversary. What an incredible milestone. I also want to extend a heartfelt thank you to the spectacular organizers and volunteers who've made this tremendous event a success over the past quarter of a century and have planned this wonderful virtual celebration. It's such an honor to join you today in celebrating the deep roots of Hamilton's Black community, the contributions of local Black leaders, and the tremendous academic achievements and aspirations of Hamilton's Black youth, all who truly follow in the footsteps of John C. Holland. I also want to take a moment and recognize the vital work of community organizations, including Hamilton Black History Council, who have stepped up to the plate during these incredibly difficult times to offer critical supports like the Education Assistance Program, which has helped 45 young people navigate the pandemic as they pursue post-secondary education. Thank you all for your strong example, for fighting for a more just and inclusive world, and for the incredible achievements of this year's award winners, especially during these trying times. For all you do today, tomorrow, and for 25 more years, and then 25 more after that, thank you very much. Merci beaucoup, Miigwech. I wish you all an amazing, memorable celebration.
The Immigrants Matter Bursary is given to an individual who demonstrates financial need and has overcome barriers in settling within the community within the last 5 years. This bursary is sponsored by the staff and volunteers at Refuge Hamilton Center Newcomer Health.
And the winner is Teniola Odunfa.
Teniola is committed to building and maintaining a strong connection with their community as they pursue a career as a medical doctor. As a member of the Black community, Teniola is also committed to being a source of inspiration to others through their lifestyle by encouraging and motivating people to seek justice while challenging the status quo. Teniola has volunteered with Pathways and is on the Pathway Anti-Racism Committee and helped raise money for the McMaster Children's Hospital. Teniola has a certificate of appreciation from the Hamilton Police Department for volunteering, was on the honor roll, and received the MVP award for the McMaster Children's Hospital fundraiser. Making a positive of any situation, Teniola had to plant new roots in Canada as a Nigerian immigrant. They have shown that with hard work ethic and community, anyone can achieve their goals.
Good day, Scholarship Committee. My name is Teniola Odunfa. To me, winning an award makes me feel good and it enhances my confidence. It is an acknowledgement of a job well done. It makes me feel elevated and motivated to put in more effort in all I do, as the zeal instilled in me to aspire for greatness and to always aspire for more increases. Being distinguished for an award among so many people is an honor that makes me feel proud of all my hard work. It is so inspiring and absolutely amazing. This achievement shows that hard work pays, and overall, to win an award is a great feeling of accomplishment.
The Audrey Lord Scholarship is given to an individual under the age of 29 who is pursuing post-secondary education, has made a significant contribution to the community, and who identifies as LGBTQIA2S+. This award is sponsored by Ruth Cameron.
And the winner is Alyssa Vernon.
Alyssa fosters unity, belonging, and connection by creating safe spaces for queer and BIPOC individuals. Through developing the QCC Anti-Racist Collage Series, FUBU, a virtual events for Black students at Queen's University, and Queer Prom, Alyssa has demonstrated a strong commitment to serving the most underrepresented and vulnerable communities. Alyssa was awarded the Robert Sutherland Prize from the Social Issues Commission at Queen's University, was recognized as a student leader by the Student Experience Office for the Young, Gifted, and Black series, and received a Concurrent Education Students Association Achievement Award for the class of 2021. Alyssa has shown an immense amount of passion for education, social justice, and equity for queer folks. Alyssa is empowered by the resilience of the queer community and continues to create safe spaces for those in the community through virtual events and programming.
Hello. My name is Alyssa Vernon, and I am a teacher candidate studying at Queen's University. To receive a Reverend John C. Holland Youth Scholarship Award would mean the world to me, as it would directly help with paying for my education. I've been involved with activist communities since high school and understand that recognition for the work that myself and my peers do is not necessarily something that I need, since the work itself is what is most important. However, it is great to receive recognition and acknowledgement that the work being done for my community is something that is valued and spoken about. As a queer Black woman, I know from experience that our labor is often unrecognized and undervalued within predominantly white spaces, like my university campus. So the fact that these Reverend John C. Holland Youth Scholarship Awards are put in place to celebrate and empower Hamiltonian youth leaders is amazing in itself. Overall, receiving an award would not only help me financially, but it would help me feel more seen as a queer Black woman student activist. Thank you.
The General Youth Achievement Bursaries are given to individuals who have excelled academically while making a positive impact in their school and community. These bursaries are sponsored by the general community donors.
And the winner is Darasame Jakande.
Darasami is an avid learner with a passion for helping others. She has volunteered to distribute food to those in need in downtown Hamilton area and hosted a virtual Bible study group with her peers in the community. As a recognized member of McMaster's Women in Engineering Club, she mentored first-year engineering student at McMaster. Darasami has received the Mac Changer Certificate of Completion and the Olumide and Aramide Ademidon Scholarship Award.
Winning an award to me means getting recognition and acknowledgement for a task that has been well completed. It means being rewarded for one's hard work and dedication. When I win an award, it shows that I have gotten approval from someone, a group, or public concerning my work. This achievement also signals to me that it is my opportunity to give back to others and bless others just as I also have been blessed. Giving back could mean a lot of things. It could mean giving back to my community through voluntary work, thanking my parents, friends, and those who helped me through the journey. This is what winning an award means to me: being recognized for an achievement and being given an opportunity to give back to others.
And the winner is Noah Matsukawa.
Noah has continued to show up for his community as a student council president and a member of St. Mary's Athletic Council. Noah has demonstrated his academic excellence and passion for learning as an honor roll recipient and participating in Green Lining's Climate Case competition, where he worked with his community stakeholders to develop sustainable programs. Additionally, Noah is involved in several sports, playing volleyball, soccer, and basketball. This past year, Noah learned about equity and inclusion and project development, which he will continue to apply in his everyday life.
Greetings, Hamilton Black History Committee. A scholarship would mean so much to me. Firstly, winning an award would mean less stress. I could focus more time into studying medical sciences at Western, into volunteering, or into internships, rather than focusing on working. In addition, winning an award will demonstrate to me, once again, that I have a team full of Black community members who are willing to support me. And once I finish school, this award will enable me to become a Black leader, prepared to contribute to social, economic, and cultural life within our city, just like the many who have came before me. Furthermore, winning an award gives me a chance to celebrate with all those who helped me become successful. That includes my family, my guidance counselors, and my teachers who have helped me see my potential. Last but not least, an award will inspire me to be more involved in my community, just like Reverend John Christie Holland was himself.
And the winner is Angelique De Souza.
Angelique is aspiring to be a family physician with her own practice. She has a strong academic background and was on the Dean's Honor List for the past 2 years. She volunteers at McMaster's Archway program, where she's a mentor for 41 students, acts as an executive learning circle coordinator for McMaster's Indigenous Health Movement, and she is the executive fundraising coordinator for McMaster's Relay for Life Club. Collectively, her volunteer experience has allowed her to see a pure aspect of human spirit and manifestation of community.
In my opinion, an award isn't just an acknowledgement of one's achievements throughout the year. An award is an investment in one's community. By supporting our students and encouraging them to achieve their goals, we're bettering our community through our rising stars. For me, this award will allow me to continue to pursue my academic career, which will one day help me to achieve my occupational goal, which will allow me to provide quality and affordable healthcare to my community.
And the winner is Shayla Bramer.
Shayla has excelled academically and athletically as an honor roll recipient, playing soccer at a high level for the Ancaster Titans. Shayla has volunteered over 100 hours at Joy Bible Camp and completed at SHSM in Health and Wellness. Shayla's interest in political action was demonstrated through the Challenge and Change in Society culminating activity they created a survey evaluating political engagement for peers and elders. Shayla intends to continue spreading knowledge as well as educate themselves on political matters.
Winning an award, I guess, so to speak, it's the feeling that you get it's kind of inexplainable. And sometimes awards aren't even the physical. Sometimes it's not a trophy, a bursary, or a scholarship. An award could be a simple, some gratitude from somebody you care about, or recognition from someone you idolize, or that you also care about. Those can be considered awards. Awards are gifts that you get for working hard. Awards are something that you earn, and when you put your all into something, when you're passionate about something, you put in your time, your mental sanity sometimes. It's nice to have that reminder that it wasn't for nothing. Your hard work was recognized. What you've done, what you've accomplished has not gone unseen. And I think just having that as a constant reminder just makes me more motivated to go out and do something else, conquer something else. Just do better every single day that I have.
We would like to introduce an inaugural scholarship sponsored by Olokunle Adatunji. Olokunle Adatunji has shared this experience with us. Olokunle Adatunji migrated to Canada from Nigeria in 2012 and has faced many hardships related to immigration. He was unlawfully detained for 11 months for what he believes was no other reason than because of his country of citizenship. For almost 1 year, he was separated from his wife and children, held in solitary confinement, and had no idea when he would be released. Instead of succumbing to a system he believes was designed to crush him, Olokunle organized a 33-day-long hunger strike with other men who, like him, were being held captive indefinitely in the fight to end indefinite detention in Canada. Though indefinite detention remains constitutional in Canada, Olokunle and all of the men who stood together in solidarity were eventually released. Olokunle still continues to navigate his way to citizenship, and even though he's stateless, he is a pillar among his peers, has built a successful business, and is a proud father and faithful husband. This year, Olokunle and Komoro Adatunji are the co-sponsors of the following Youth Community Awards.
The Resiliency Award is going to a recipient committed to assisting the community to recover from the COVID-19 pandemic through community outreach and service.
And the winner is Tamiteo Babalola.
Hi, my name is Tamiteo Babalola, and this video is to answer what an award means to me. In terms of what an award means to me, I would say overall, winning an award shows the amount of dedication and effort I've put into not only myself, but my community. An award reflects on the sacrifice and commitment of an individual and raises the standard in terms of what they can accomplish. Above all, awards encourage others from your community to contribute to a select cause, and being a part of that is rewarding in itself. Being recognized for your devoted time and effort towards a cause and inevitably sparking a change and passion in other people's lives honestly is one of the greatest feelings. Winning an award makes me feel like I have made an impact in other people, which in several ways has made an impact in my life as well. Thank you for listening.
Personal Growth Award is for the recipient committed to pursuing opportunities for personal growth, education, and development in conjunction with academic excellence and community service.
And the winner is Chukwu Agbasi.
Hello, my name is Chukwu Agbasi, and I would like to be considered for the John C. Holland Awards. Thank you. To me, this award means, above all else, that I can, you know? I've worked so hard and for so long for this, and I can finally say that I'm going to university in the fall. But that comes with a lot of uncertainty, especially in the field I'm planning on going into. And I have support from family and friends all around me from here and in the actual school that I am very grateful for, and that is incredibly immense. But to gain this award not only tells me that I can, but it also says that someone looked at me and thought to themselves, this person is successful, this person is capable of following what they want to do. This person can. And that's something that will push me above and beyond. Thank you for your time.
The Global Equity Award is for the recipient pursuing social justice and equity and connecting communities abroad and in Canada.
And the winner is Grace Abai.
The Athletic Leadership Award is for the recipient displaying immense athletic ability, leadership, and dominance, contributing to the community through volunteering and service.
And the winner is Danik Butera.
To me, winning an award means to receive acknowledgement of your excellence. It means that your hard work and talent have finally been recognized. The hours and hours that were spent in the dark come to the light in glory. An award tells you, hey, you did great, but not in a climactic sense. No, winning an award is also motivation for the future. Motivation to stay on that path of excellence and motivation to keep getting better each and every day. Winning an award has the credibility that many of us deserve. Many times we can be overlooked or undervalued because of how we look or how we sound, but the distinction of an award erases this. It allows one to receive the acclaim they deserve, regardless of how they are perceived.
The Youth Ally Award is for the recipient using social media platforms to support peers, facilitate conversations, and create community regarding social injustices.
And the winner is Sarita Goborn.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to the John C. Holland Award Selection Committee. Thank you so much for even considering me for this award. Thank you for just being an extraordinary organization, for being Black excellence, for being great. I know our ancestors are so proud, so I just wanted to say that first and foremost. Winning this award would mean so much to me. It's immeasurable. I can't even pinpoint exactly how much it means to me. Winning an award, a scholarship, was always something that I've dreamt about. It's always been a goal of mine ever since elementary school. So to be a part of a Black scholarship, a great organization, would mean the world to me. So thank you just for watching this and sending nothing but blessings and love. Thanks.
The Supporting the Cause Award goes to the recipient taking supporting roles to facilitate social change, education, and empowerment of others.
And the winner is Naomi Gobila.
I'm Naomi Gobila, and to me, winning an award is not actually about the reward you receive in question, but it's about recognizing the initiative and hard work you put into receiving the award. It symbolizes not only consistent work ethic and dedication, but it's a sense of accomplishment and fulfillment in the endeavors of pure devotion. As much as receiving an award should bring out humility and modesty, within a meriting individual, of course, it also does not shy away from inspiring and motivating me to continue to strive for undeniable greatness. It does not diminish one talent, but uplifts the characteristics of a true achiever. As a young Black woman in society, it is important for me to grasp all the opportunities that come along the way. And winning an award would be an effective step in the right direction. Thank you.
The Equity and Social Change Award goes to the recipient leading the charge in advocating for program and policy change to combat anti-Black racism in institutions.
And the winner is Peyton Shank.
Hi everyone, my name is Peyton Shank. To me, winning a John C. Holland Award means honoring all the work that we as a community have been able to accomplish over the past year, especially. We have grown and come together in ways that have allowed us to shine. We have given our voices platforms, lifted each other up, and more than anything have remained a community. With this, it is so amazing to be a part of this award ceremony. I am truly honored to be amongst many individuals that work hard and care for those around them. I am very thankful to be here tonight to be witnessing the history that is being made around us. Without the support that I've received from the Hamilton community and the wonderful people that I met along the way, I wouldn't have had this opportunity. So for that, I am very thankful for everyone and all that the John C. Holland Award stands for. Thank you.
The Mental Health Advocacy Award goes to the recipient creating awareness regarding mental health and destigmatizing mental illness.
And the winner is Malachi Ahmed.
The Art Achievement Award goes to the recipient displaying excellence in visual arts and creativity.
And the winner is Bailey Bovell.
Hi, my name is Bailey Bovell, and I am extremely excited to be applying to the Reverend John C. Holland Award. This award would mean so much to me, as like many others, I unfortunately lost my job due to the pandemic. I had tried contacting my employer after seeing the news of the lockdown, but was never granted a response back. Since that time, I've been applying to countless jobs, but sadly, I've not been able to find one. I've been affected by the weight of the pandemic mostly mentally, and I've felt very closed up and isolated during this past year. I feel that to win an award would, as respectable as the John C. Holland Award, would provide me with the motivation that I felt I had been lacking recently. To be told that I am worthy of such an award would mean the world to me, and frankly, even being considered for this honor means a great deal to me. I have not had much to occupy my time with this summer, including work, and as a result, I have been spending the majority of my time inside working on art. I feel that winning an award would boost my self-esteem and telling me that I am valuable and recognized in my community. I thank you for this opportunity. It is greatly appreciated.
The Entrepreneurship Award goes to the recipient empowering Black youth through music and entrepreneurship. And the winner is Tajay Smith.
I can't begin to express how grateful I am to have been introduced to such a powerful award. Since the introduction of COVID-19, I and many people worldwide have felt the brutal effects of the pandemic not only physically, but mentally and financially as well. Watching my parents, who are both business owners, overcome the hardships and challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic has not only inspired me, but shown me the power of entrepreneurship within my community. Winning this award would mean the world to me. Not only would it motivate me within my studies and my own business, but it would help me towards my greater goal of helping Black youth. To be considered for this award is a great honor and a privilege. Thank you.
The Arts and Culture Award in memory of the late Jackie Washington is awarded to an individual like Jackie Washington who demonstrates outstanding achievement in the arts. Trad magazine is dedicated to celebrating, educating, and connecting those in the African diaspora through examining culture, heritage, and education. Starting as a club at McMaster, Trad has grown into a youth-led magazine, providing a platform for expression, education, and growth. Trad Magazine's dedication to empowering youth through arts and culture embodies the values and the mission of the Hamilton Black History Council. Trad is continuing its work as the second season approaches, where they will connect youth to mentors, art, culture, and education through the Trad Fellowship. The Community Service Pandemic Response Award is awarded to an individual or organization in recognition of their ability to respond to the emerging needs of the community during the pandemic. Joelle Kibisoso Kapinga is a Congolese-born Canadian and a graduate of Western University with a Bachelor of Arts in Family Studies and a Family Mediation Certificate from York University. She is the founder of Sisters in Sync, SIS, a nonprofit organization with a mission to bridge the gap between lived experiences of trauma survivors. She started SIS as a response to her own experience as a sexual assault survivor and her commitment to supporting individuals needing to increase their self-esteem and self-efficacy. For her advocacy work, Joelle has received many awards and recognitions, such as the 2021 CIBWE Top 100 Black Women to Watch in Canada, the Afropolitan Canada's 2020 Leadership Award, the RAF 2020 New Generation Award, and the YWCA 2021 Young Trailblazer Award. From September 2020 to recently, under Joelle's leadership, Sisters in Sync introduced their pandemic recovery program. The purpose of the project was to design and deliver services geared to pandemic recovery for women and girls in the Black, Francophone community that are healing with low self-esteem related to barriers of employment, mental health services, health and hygiene, as well as sexual safety in Hamilton. Far exceeding their overall expectations, the Pandemic Recovery Program has so far helped provide direct support to 801 members of the community highly affected by COVID-19 pandemic. The Business Excellence or Professional Achievement Award is awarded to an individual who's involved in the business sector or demonstrates excellence in their profession. Being involved is one of Max's mantras. His True Hamiltonian apparel business actively supports the Ticats and Bulldogs. True Hamiltonian partners with organizations and businesses like Center 3 and Collective Arts. Max enthusiastically supports arts events at AGH and art crawls and promotes the arts every chance he gets. Max founded True Hamiltonian in 2013 with a simple idea to bring strength and pride to a budding community. Max is the co-host of the infamous CFL team Hamilton Tiger Cats at the Tim Horton Stadium. He has led True Hamiltonian to partnering with local businesses and organizations, continuing to build upon the success of the community. He leads a team of talented, creative, and welcoming individuals who are working hard to bring the vision and values of Hamiltonians and communities globally. During and long before the pandemic, Max has supported fundraising efforts for local not-for-profit organizations and has amplified the call to be a true Hamiltonian. The Hamilton Black History Council 25th Anniversary Award of Merit goes to the individual, institution, or organization within the Black community who, in the opinion of the HBHC, has rendered meritorious and outstanding service at the local, provincial, or national levels. Kojo is a scholar and practitioner, a community leader, and a musician who has committed his work to addressing systemic racism in Hamilton. Since 2009, he has advocated for an African and African Diaspora Studies AADS program at McMaster University, to which McMaster University committed to hire 12 Black faculty members to support the AADS program. In addition, Kojo is a sessional instructor at McMaster as a part of the AADS program, teaching topics in Black, African, and African Diaspora Studies. His work has had an immense impact in ensuring that Black history, African diaspora history is taught at post-secondary institutions such as McMaster. As the executive director of the Hamilton Center for Civic Inclusion, HCCI, Kojo is well aware of how social determinants of health have impacted the health outcomes of Black and racialized communities in Hamilton. During COVID, HCCI community organizations, and researchers and doctors have called to the City of Hamilton's public health to collect social, economic, and race-based data to understand how COVID impacted Black and racialized communities. COVID-19 disproportionately affected low-income, Black, and racialized communities, families living in multi-generational homes, and through the HCCIS Advocacy, along with others, a clinic was established to prioritize Black and racialized populations in Hamilton. This clinic was one of 2 in the whole of Canada and was featured on CTV News as good public health policy to better outcomes for Black and racialized communities. These acts from Kojo Dempsey come from a tradition of community service passed down from his parents and his grandparents in hopes to building a just society for all. The Vince Morgan Ally Award goes to the individual, institution, or organization in the City of Hamilton who, in the opinion of the HC, has rendered meritorious and outstanding support to the Black community, particularly during the last year, since the pandemic has disproportionately impacted the Black community. At McMaster University, Dr. Joseph served as the first chair of the President's Advisory Committee on Building an Inclusive Community, PACBIC, who was a person of color. He was also inaugural co-convener for the first working group on race, racism, and racialization at McMaster University with Kojo Dempsey. He has been teaching about these issues since 2014. He currently serves on the Advisory Committee for the Disability Justice Network of Ontario. He has been working with the Hamilton Center Civic Inclusion on a community-based hate incident reporting platform and was one of the advocates and allies who helped establish Hamilton's first anti-racism resource center, which is now establishing itself as an independent not-for-profit. Through his community work, research, and advocacy, he has contributed to difficult conversations on TV, radio, in magazines, and in news media on issues of racism and coloniality in criminal justice, immigration, and mental health systems. Anyone who does this work witnesses the pervasive plague of anti-Black racism that is embedded in all aspects of life. His work in Hamilton is meaningless if he is not an ally to those who work tirelessly across sectors to address it. Recently, he has had the honor of serving with many Black and other racialized community leaders to help advocate for prioritization of Black and other racialized people for COVID vaccinations in Hamilton. To be an ally, listening to the lived experience and knowledge of Black leaders and community members and supporting their leadership and advocacy is one of the most basic ways Dr. Joseph believes that he can demonstrate solidarities and push for real change. It has to be the kind of listening that is heard, the kind of solidarity that is felt, and for the kind of outcomes that are experienced as just. Dr. Joseph intends to continue to work to be a better listener, supporter, and ally on the road ahead.
Congratulations to all of the recipients. You have all achieved such amazing things, and I've been so inspired tonight by all of you. I would like to remind you to stick around because we have an after party about to happen. Some music from DJ Verse 1 will be spinning for the after party. So everybody put on their cameras, get ready to move and groove because the party is not over yet. But we also have one final thing to do. I would like to pass it over now to Terry who's on location live to present the Reverend John C. Holland 25th Anniversary Scholarship. Terry, over to you.